I need a stinger. Hey, you. Yeah, you, stinger, now.
Don't be this person. Get him out of here. Why are stingers so expensive? Believe it or not, I actually made this one for about half the price that they have them listed for. With some household items that you probably already have and some stuff that you can just buy at Home Depot, you can make this. And I'm gonna teach you how. Let's get started. So you're gonna need a few tools. Razor blade, wire stripper, cable cutter, screwdriver, and flathead. So the cable that you need is this one. And these are your connectors. Here's your male connector, $5.30, and your female connector, $6.86 each. So once again, you're gonna want to buy the 12-3 300 volt SJOOW cable from Home Depot. It comes in a roll of 250 feet, and so you're gonna wanna cut it to your desired lengths. Here, we're cutting it to 50 feet, so we're gonna get 5 of them out. And then little Kimber wanted to come and play, but this is what you gotta do. So the first thing is you're gonna take one end of your stinger cable and you're gonna use your wire cutter. And what's been working for me is I take about an inch. I use 2 fingers, put it at the end, take off about an inch. You don't gotta push really hard. You just gotta go around here. Done. And once you're here, you might as well do the other side because you need the same tool. So once again, about 1 inch. And be very careful to not cut yourself. And you'll have like this insulation. I found it easier to just kind of fold it out of the way. And I just used the same razor blade because I tried using these, but it leaves like little hairs behind. So just fold it down, cut away from you. Away, okay. Next step is to take your plugs and unscrew them so then we can find which end of the cable goes to which end, because there is a way where they actually align and you're not forcing the cables this way. Like you're not forcing this cable to go in this terminal, and this one here. So this way, if we see what both are, you can see which is the right way. So here's one. I try to keep them separate too, just so I know which one's which. So left, right. So if we look here, you'll see that you have a gold screw, silver screw, and a green. So the gold screw is the black cable, that's your live, that's your hot. Your white cable goes to the silver screw, that's your neutral, and your ground is green to green. If you go to the ends of your cable and you grab one of the side of your plugs, point the green down and you'll be able to see that, oh, these align perfect. So the white is on the silver, the black is on the gold, so this side goes here. So before you forget, grab the end of it, because that's got to go in first. You got to unscrew the ends. And this is just a clamp when you're all done to clamp everything down. Keep it nice and safe and waterproof and whatnot. This guy just comes right off. So this was the end that fit the female end. So this is the back end of the plug. This screws onto this. So this guy goes right in here. Ta-da, just like that. And if you look on the back of the female plug, you'll actually see a little diagram, and it's an outline of what you actually need to cut. So if you just grab your cables and align it to the little diagram, you'll see it's perfect. That's perfect. And so I just need to cut half of this. This little diagram actually shows me how much of the gauge I need to cut. So now that I'm here, do the same thing to the other side. My wire strippers, I will go about halfway in. And boom, expose the wire to all of them. Expose the wire. Actually, before we do this side, let's take the other side's end and put it in, because it's really hard to feed the cable through a hole. It'll get all messed up. Same thing, the other end of the plug. A little hole at the end that we'll just feed it through. There we go. Try to keep these nice and taut. And like before, here we go. So I leave this side alone. I'm gonna focus on the side that I started with. And these, I just wanna give a nice little twist to the copper cables so we can have a clean fitting. Give it a twist. All right, this next step is the most important. Black to gold, black to gold. And that just gets inserted right in. Oh, this is kind of ugly. Tighten. I don't tighten too tight right now, I do it later when I get everything in its place. Loosen the silver screw, which is white cable. And I like to let it dangle so it leaves my little opening open. And I put it in, and we tighten. And then our ground, loosen the screw, open the dangle. It's a little tricky with all of these screws sometimes. And the green to green. And we tighten. Those are our cables. They're in the right place. So now we can go around and just tighten all of them just as tight as you can. And there you go. We will align the screws that hold in the front plate to the back plate. So you just have to line up these screws there, and you keep an eye out, because if they're not aligned, it won't work. So, and there's a kind of a snug way once it's all aligned, all the screws kind of pop out in the same length. So that's how you know it's aligned. And then just with your screwdriver, go in, and then once we're in this state, I like to get them all in first, and then I'll go in and tighten everything down. Then we'll grab these two ends that go at the back, keep the cable kind of snug. That goes there, and you just screw it in. I like to flip flop so I don't bend the screws or the plastic. Kind of keep it all at the same level going in. And you don't want to over tighten these. You just have to look at the cable and see, because then you don't want to cause any damage to the actual cable itself. There is one end of your stinger. Let me go to the male side. Once again, you want to line it up. So you see the green in the bottom, green cable in the bottom. So once again, black cable to gold, white cable to silver. So if you see that now, you'll see that this is the correct way that it aligns. So this is the right end of the cable. And just like what we did before, white to silver, black to gold, green to green. We go in and tighten everything. And then just like the other side, we'll align the screws. And once again, you'll see that it fits snug and the screws kind of stick out the same amount. So you know it's in the right place. And we tighten. Our back end. A little clamp clip, and we tighten that end too. Very simple. Just a little time consuming, but you'll save a lot of money this way. And there you have it. There's your stinger. Wasn't too bad. Let's go test it out. That was weird. Anyways, let's test this out. So I'm just gonna, new stinger, yeah. Plug this into the wall, like so. We'll go to our lamp. Let's see. It works. So this comes out to $48.95 each stinger in comparison to $79.20. $3.25. It works.